Hello everyone. It's James again. And in today's video, I want to talk about something very important. And that's to answer the question, what is narcissistic supply? And by answering this question, it will help those new to watching my and others videos get and understand what we mean when we say narcissistic supply. And it will help those that have been watching my and others videos for years get a deeper feeling and knowledge of what narcissistic supply is. And the reason for this is, there are many layers to the narcissist. There are many layers to their abuse. This is why, years later, after we've escaped, we are continually gaining more and more understanding to the abuse, why it happened, and the meaning behind it. So what is narcissistic supply? Quite simply, it's the pain, suffering, and emotions you feel when a narcissist is abusing you, either directly or indirectly. And it's this pain and flood of emotions from the victim the narcissist craves, which becomes their narcissistic supply. Because they don't have normal emotions like you and I, and it's your pain and hurt that gives them a positive charge, or a high of some sort. A high they are addicted to, and can never get enough of. Now, I say both, directly and indirectly, because narcissists will often set up situations for you to be mistreated by others, while the narcissist just sits back, basking in the fact they were the mastermind and puppet master behind it all. This can often happen when a narcissist parent sets one child up as the golden child and one child up as the scapegoat. Well, it's very common in these situations. The narcissist parent or parents will put hatred in the heart of the golden child that's against the scapegoat. This is done slowly and deliberately, day after day, year after year, by telling the golden child lies about the scapegoat. So when the golden child starts to abuse the scapegoat, and the scapegoat child is trying to figure out what's going on, and the scapegoat keeps on telling their sibling how much he or she loves them, but the golden child keeps calling them a liar and hurling insults at them, and even at times physically fighting them, and the narcissist parent or parents just kicks back and enjoys the show and literally feeds off the evil in the room, because that's what it is, pure and utter evil they have created, orchestrated, and developed by instilling hate in their child's heart for their sibling. Oftentimes when this is going on, the parent will tell their neighbors or so-called friends how you, the scapegoat, caused such a disturbance at the house the other day, and how they are so sick and don't know how much more of the fighting and arguing they can take. Just so these people will say, "Oh my goodness, your child or children should be ashamed of themselves. Why don't you call the police?" And on and on and on. And all the while, this narcissist parent also is feeding off of the emotions of the neighbors and their so-called friends, feeling sorry for them. And this allows them to be the center of attention, which they too feed off of. Again, remember the layers. You see, narcissists need to feed off the emotions of others, because there are many emotions narcissists, psychopaths, and others in that category don't have. So essentially, narcissists need to feed on others' emotions, and it's these emotions and feelings that is known as narcissistic supply. It just so happens these feelings and emotions are pain, hurt, sorrow, despair, and oddly enough love. They feed on these things because they can't feel these emotions themselves. You see, they seek out to hurt us to get us to fall into these states of hurt and pain, so they can feed on these emotions from us, thus draining our life force. So James, how can they feed on love when they can't feel it? You see, though they can't feel love, and they have contempt for anyone that feels love. Narcissists enjoy it when you love them, and they aren't giving it in return. They enjoy when you bend over backwards to go out of your way to help them out of love, and they give you hate in return. They enjoy when you are standing there with tears in your eyes begging and pleading with them. "I love you. I love you. I love you. Why are you doing this to me? Can't you see how much I care for you? Can't you see how much I love you?" Now yes, this person saying such things is in pain, but they're in love as well, and narcissists feed off of your love. knowing full well they have no way of giving it back to you. Much like a dictator that doesn't love his people, but his people love him. This is why narcissist parent or parents are so successful at keeping their children victims forever. Because of the love their child has for their parent. No matter all the hell this parent has put this child through, and they can see this love mixed with pain at the same time in this child's eyes. And it's this combination of love and pain that this narcissist craves and needs. This often happens in dating relationships as well. The narcissist will get their partner in a state of love, then in a state of pain all at the same time. And there's nothing more satisfying for a narcissist but to see someone in front of them, begging and pleading their case, with pain and hurt, how much they love them. This is heaven for the narcissist. So narcissistic supply are the emotions that normal people feel, that the narcissist feeds on, by the way of pain and hurt. And to be able to get a victim to be in the state of love and pain in the same time is the ultimate combination for the narcissist to feed on. Now I want to go back to directly. Indirectly, narcissists often create situations like I mentioned with poisoning minds of your sibling, or siblings against you, so they can feed off the emotions in the room at that particular time. And so later they can go to the neighbors and tell them what hell they are going through because of you. And by the way, when they do that, I call that leftovers. It's like a leftover meal. It's like making enough food to eat all day. And the next day, narcissists create situations so they can have plenty of supply, or leftovers, that will last them. But anyways, back to what I was saying. Narcissists will often sabotage your friendships, or your education, and all of your social functions you partake in. So when you go to school, you are wondering, why is this person that was my best friend treating me like a pile of garbage now? Or at this function or situation, why are people acting like they aren't my friend anymore? Well, it's a good chance your narcissistic abuser got to these people, and it figured out a way to turn them against you. But you might not know that yet, and you are just scratching your head trying to figure it out. And you come home from school, or work, or whatever, sad, and hurt, and drained from your day, and the look on your face, and the pain they know that was heaped upon you all day, is enough to bring a grin, or smile, to the narcissist's face, as they feed off of this supply. The best way to understand it is, the narcissist needs a battery to survive. And you're it. You are it, my friend. You are a battery with the key ingredients of love, mixed with pain. The two main things they want their victim to be feeling at all times. Love, mixed with pain. And they feed. And feed. I mean, think about how sick a person would have to be to brainwash someone they are destroying into loving them at the same time. But also think about how sick it is that there are people out there, you and I included, who have actually been on the tail end of this abuse, giving our love while we are in pain to someone that's incapable of the concept of love, and they're sadistically using our love and pain to feel good about themselves. You see, narcissists quantify their self-worth by their ability to conquer and destroy others, and this is what gives them their self-esteem. And the pain and suffering of others is what gives a narcissist their self-esteem. So what is narcissistic supply? It's a victim's emotions that narcissists can't feel themselves, that narcissists steal from their victims by way of pain and suffering. And the goal is to have their victim in a constant state of pain and love for their abuser. And it's this pain and suffering the narcissist inflicts on their victim that gives the narcissist their self-esteem, a feeling of accomplishment, and a sense of well-being. This is what we call narcissistic supply. The goal that you and everyone else should have out there is to not give this supply to them. You see, when someone loves you, they aren't inflicting pain on you at the same time. When someone loves you, they love you. When someone loves you, they don't turn people against you just to see you in despair. And when someone loves you, they can tell and feel when you love them. Narcissists don't and can't do this. They feed on the fact you are too stupid to see they don't have the ability to love anyone, and that you are trying to love them, despite all the hurt and pain they threw your way. That's why the best way to deal with a narcissist is no contact, as I talked about in my video. Why you should never confront a narcissist. And I will put the link for it in the description box below. Because they feed on this as well. Let's say you aren't coming at them with love anymore. Love and pain. The love and pain we just talked about. You are coming at them with anger and venom. They love it. Because narcissists love a good fight. And they love to destroy people. And this is also a top form of supply narcissist love. They want you to get so frustrated you snap and break. And begin to hate them. So you do something rash and stupid. Because they are always 10 steps ahead of you. They want to pull you into the court system. They want to destroy your way of life. And if they can get you to transition from love and pain to hate and pain, you are just dancing to their tune. The tune they have been playing for thousands of years. Remember the term leftovers I mentioned. If they can feed off of someone's emotions for a lifetime, they will happily do it. And for them, this is the ideal supply. And by confronting them, you are setting yourself up for them to be able to feed off of you for a lifetime. Depending on the situation. One wrong move by you, and they have you for life. Or for at least a long time. This is why I and so many say the only way to stop this mess is no contact. Because any contact gives them the supply they are looking for. Even someone trying to get back at their narcissistic abuser. It doesn't work. It never works. Because it always turns into narcissistic supply for the narcissist at the end of the day. The worst punishment for the narcissist is to just cut them off. And the best thing for your healing is to just cut them off. Eventually they will need food or their narcissistic supply and they will find someone else to get it from. Because without it they would just shrivel up and cease to exist. I do hope this video gave you some things to think about. And quite possibly help you see where you are feeding the narcissist their favorite food. And that's your emotions. And the best way to stop doing this is to get away from them. And fix yourself. So you can avoid such people in your future. Like I always say, knowledge is power. The more we know, the more we can live happy and healthy lives. Until next time. Bye for now. And be good to yourself.